Hello, my name is Sarah Anthony, and with me, and I have Diann co-hosting with me, and we are doing an interview with Marc Samuel today from General Hospital. So, hey, what's up?
How you doing, Sarah? What's up, Diann?
Hi, how are you?
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Great.
Okay, so we're going to talk about some things from the Nurses Ball, but we also know you've been doing other things on the side, because a lot of people are like, what is he doing? So.
Well, that's an actor's life, really. I mean, we have our main jobs, and then we always have other jobs going on, and then sometimes things change, and then we're just on another show. It's just a constant moving puzzle, for lack of a better term.
Interesting. So I saw you doing theater on Instagram.
That's how I got my start.
I happened to be on Instagram that I saw this.
Okay. That was an old
picture. So
you're
into theater. That's great.
That's how I got my start. I got my start in theater. As a matter of fact, it's a funny story. I went through college, and pretty much ever since I was a little kid, I went through my whole life always wanting to be an actor, but never, ever taking the steps to become an actor. And I think part of it was because the big part was because I didn't know what to do first. I didn't know what the first step was. And I would always find myself kind of at odds with, like, what do I do? How do I get into it? And so I would do pretty much anything that seemed like acting, whether it be modeling or, just kind of doing any type of presentations and stuff. And then I kind of got more information from people who knew better than I what things I should be pursuing. But one of my very first things I ever did was walk into a community theater. And because at this point I was so sick of listening to myself say, one day I want to be an actor. Oh, one day I want to be an actor. Well, one day comes pretty quick, so you got to get on it. And I walked into this community theater in Eugene, Oregon, where I went to college, called Actors Cabaret of Eugene. And I remember writing on a yellow pad in red ink, because that's the only pen that they had there at the time, saying, hey, my name is Marc Anthony Samuel. I want to be an actor. I'm this tall. I look like this. I described everything, and I will play anything. And please give me a call. I left my number and left my work number in case they wanted to call there. And about a day later, I got a call from them saying they'd like to meet me. And so I went in and I met them and talked with them and stuff. And they asked about me, asked if I could sing, asked if I could do this kind of stuff. And I said, I can sing, and I'm an actor. I know I want to be an actor, But, I'd be willing to audition. And so I went in, auditioned for what was a musical review. Now, I don't know if you know what a musical review is. It's basically a collection of songs it's a collection of songs performed by actors and musicians from that write all sorts of musicals. Well, I'm not a big musical aficionado. I don't have a vast knowledge of musicals, but I enjoy some. For me, it's if they're funny, I'll watch them. But I'm mostly a theater guy. Right. So I did the musical review. I sang, and then they called me back to do another play, and then I got with a repertory theater company in Portland that was doing 6 Degrees of Separation. The picture I believe you saw on Instagram was an advertisement for 6 Degrees of Separation in the local paper for Portland, the Oregonian.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, and that was kind of how I got into repertory theater. That I got to work with the legendary late director named Dennis Bigelow. He's fantastic. He's directed all sorts of people you see on TV today, big stars, but at the theater level. And he directed me in 6 Degrees of Separation, and he directed me in Miss Evers' Boys, and all sorts of stuff, in which I got to take on these lives of these other people that weren't me, but you could feel empathy and understand some of the things that they were going through at the time that they were doing it. And so that kind of informed me that I was doing what it was that I really wanted to do, that I was supposed to be an actor. And I was very influenced by my dad as a young man. He was a stage actor when I was growing up in Chicago, because that's where I'm originally from. And Dad would always do these plays, and he was fantastic. And I was a little boy, and I'd watch and be just fascinated how Dad would become not my dad, somebody else, and really be in this amazing world that I just was introduced to. So that was always really important for me, and I think was a huge influence for me as to why I became an actor.
That is amazing. Were you nervous when you received that first call?
Well, I would say that again.
Were you nervous when you received the first call, when they called you, when you got the first call back? Did you experience any type of anxiety?
Absolutely. I was totally nervous. When it's like anything that you don't know, the next step, whether it's, going from high school to college or going from one state to another state, it's always scarier before you do it. And then when you do it, you're like, what was I scared of? This is amazing. And it always is that, and I think that's just part of life. We get introduced to that all the time, whether it's a new job, whether it's, leaving a job, whether it's like, moving to a new state or getting married or, going on a first date, all these amazing doors through which we've yet to go. And once you go through it, it's like, oh, okay, I got this. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I think it's kind of what my first call was when I finally got my very first gig.
Wow.
Okay, so we want to know some fun facts about you, but first, just to go back to that, can you get me tickets for that play I Love, Hamlet? Are you able to get me tickets?
Can I get you tickets to Hamilton?
I'm joking. It's a joke.
Oh, I hope you are, because I can't even get me tickets. I called one of my dear friends who actually knows all the cast of that show for the original show, and when I called her, she was like, "Yo, it's award season. There's no way you're getting in. I can't even get in." And she's been there 3 times. So, yeah, I understand how you feel. We all want to see Hamilton, but that's the hot ticket right now.
Yes. Okay, so you also this year have been working on A Crooked Somebody and Rumor from Ground Control?
Yeah, those 2 movies are the latest ones I've done. Crooked Somebody, it's an ensemble piece of which I was a small but happy part. That is already done. I think it's going to be going through film festivals, the film festival circuit, or it's going to be released on a bunch of different mediums. So I don't know yet. When I know more, I of course will let ABC, PR, and everybody know what's going on. And as far as the Rumor from Ground Control goes, Seton Lin, the director, is so like detail oriented and specific about his vision that the process of completing the film is going to take a little bit longer, but I know it's going to be a beautiful piece of work when it's all done, and I'm really excited for people to see that. And like I said, as soon as I know more information, I definitely will be able to share it with you guys.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, and I wanted to know some fun facts about you.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, what are some fun facts? Like, what motivates you?
Oh, man, all kinds of things motivate me. I guess you'll have to ask me on the day. Like, different things motivate me. In some cases, for example, if I'm playing basketball against somebody and they score on me, my motivation is to score on them back.
Yes.
Just let them know I'm not going to be passive and be scored on. If somebody needs help, my motivation is to help them because I understand what it is to be helped by someone else. It's empathy and understanding, needing a hand. If I'm late for an appointment, my motivation is not wanting to be late, so I move quicker. I guess it's just all sorts of things motivate me. If I'm walking in a very spooky place, fear is what's motivating me because I don't want to get caught. You know what I mean? I mean all the same things I think motivate all of us as human beings. It's just the application of which and when, you know.
Right.
Okay, and the next one is, just had in my head. The next one is, I wanted to know what's on your playlist. Like what?
Oh man, let me look and see right now.
Like your music or iPad or whatever.
I'm looking at my playlist right now for you. Hold on, because I happen to be doing this interview in a car. So
yeah,
I have to do it right after this. So just looking quickly over everything, I see Solange. Let's see what else I got here.
I was just talking about that.
Oh, she's wonderful. Got an artist that I really dig called Tall Black Guy. He's a producer, DJ.
Mm-hmm.
He's fantastic. What else we got here? We got Leon Lahabas, English singer. She's an amazing vocalist. I have Astrid Gilberto, the Brazilian artist. I have, what else do we have here? Let's take a look. Oh, my goodness. Got Adele.
The trap music?
Got one song. I got one song by Adele. Because I love her. She has an amazing voice, and she seems like a really wonderful lady.
Yeah, my sister.
Got some French electronica dance music by Alex Gopher. That's his name. Let's see. Got a local LA band called the Alalas. They're amazing, like a surf music kind of band. They're fantastic. Oh man, what else? We got America. You know that group from the '70s. Horse with No Name. Got that in there. Got Amerigo Gazaway, which is actually kind of a mixtape done by Mos Def, the rapper and actor. Got this great song called Volver by Ana Tijoux, Spanish artist, and another song called 1977, 1977 by the same artist. Great stuff. Yeah, all sorts of good stuff, man.
Yeah.
So you're fluent in Spanish.
I'm not fluent yet, but I'm working on it. I was basically I just need to be in a place that only speaks Spanish for like a couple months, and I'll be there. I can do everything I need to do. I can go anywhere I need to go. I can communicate. I can listen, but it just takes a little longer. I'm a little slower because it's my second language.
Okay.
My sister's in China, and all she knows how to say is how much.
In China?
Yeah, she's in China. And
well, tell her that
most
if you want to
act like they don't speak English, she said. So she has to learn Mandarin. Her husband speaks Mandarin fluently because he came over as a student, and you have to learn that first. I'm sorry, excuse me?
My stepmother spoke Mandarin fluently, and she tried to teach me when I was a kid, and it just wasn't sticking. It was so difficult. The only thing I learned how to say was ni hao, which is how are you?
She said she learned really quick to say how much.
Well, she should also learn some other things. I mean, if she's there, she's going to have to. I'm a strong believer that if you are in a particular place where a certain language is spoken, it is your duty as a person visiting that place to make the greatest effort possible to learn and to speak the language of that country. And it'll be good for both of you. It'll be good for the person to whom you're speaking. It'll be good for you because it broadens who you are as a human being.
Happy belated birthday, my fellow Taurus.
Oh, thank you very much.
How was your trip to New Mexico? Again, another...
Oh, not New Mexico. Mexico City.
Mexico City, I'm sorry. Another Instagram fun fact.
It was amazing. I love Mexico City. I'm going to be visiting there again very soon. Beautiful place, amazing culture, so cosmopolitan, delicious food, fantastic people from all over the world, museums. Oh man, just a beautiful combination of old and new architecture. If you get a chance to go to Mexico City, go.
I was going to ask you about your passion for architectural buildings because I saw a lot of art and architecture. Of course, your name is Marc is Art on there, so people probably know you're fascinated by that. But I was going to ask you about...
I love architecture. I love design. I love music. I love theater. I'm an artist, and I think all artists kind of are attracted to other kinds of art. And we're also attracted to patterns. We're attracted to, beautiful beautiful aesthetics, visuals. It's just there's something in us that are drawn to that. If you look at most artists, whether they're actors or singers, like if you looked at someone else's Instagram, I guarantee you'd find a bunch of amazing compositions of shots. And it's just because it's something that's in all of us. It's just what we like, and we're attracted to it, and we are drawn to it. On my travels, I try to create really cool images for people to see.
Just getting to the next subject, what cities have you visited and countries? I was saying next countries. And
what cities and countries? I've been to. Let's see. I've been to. Let me see. It's Sydney, Australia. I've been to Cairns, Australia. Been to Rio de Janeiro. I've been to Sao Paulo. Been to Cozumel, Mexico. Mexico City. Been to Cuba. Been to. Let's see. I've been to Vancouver, Montreal. Been to. Calgary. I've been to Hong Kong. Been to Tokyo. Been to Prague. Been to Budapest. Been to Germany. Been to Cologne, Germany. Been to Netherlands. Been to London, England. I've been to Paris, France. Been to just thinking about this because I start getting kind of
what passport are you on right now? Are you like on your 3rd or 4th or 5th or 10th?
No, not 10th. Oh my gosh, no. I'm on my 3rd. Definitely on my 3rd though. Yeah. Yeah. I love it. My opinion only. This is just my opinion, but if you haven't traveled, you should get a passport. If you already have a passport, you should use your passport. I talk to some people that I know, and they're like, I don't even have a passport. Some of them say it like it's a point of pride. I'm like, no, that's not the idea. The only way we get to know about each other and learn, you got to get a passport. At the very least, get a passport because you never know what adventure awaits. Somebody could be like, hey, we're all going to go to, and it could be somewhere close by. They could be like, we're going to go to Vancouver. Have a passport. I've been to Hawaii. That's part of the U.S., but it's still beautiful down there. Did you want to hear more cities? I don't know if you wanted to hear more cities or not.
Well, you can go on, or I'm sure you.
Or we can talk about something else.
Or we could go to the next one because we have you for about 15 more minutes.
I'll put it this way: I like to travel. There.
Which is your favorite?
Which is my favorite? They're all my favorite. I can't place
one
above
place?
Another. I love every place I've been. I really have. I was in Shanghai. I loved it for a certain reason. That was different than the reason I loved Hong Kong. I loved Rio, which was a different reason than I loved Sao Paulo. When I was a little kid, I visited my relatives in Jamaica. I loved Jamaica for a different reason than I loved Turks and Caicos, which is a different reason than I loved Cuba, Havana. It's like everything offers its own kind of flavor. You know what I mean? Argentina, Buenos Aires. What an amazing city Buenos Aires is. Fantastic. People got soul down there.
We have a comment, and then I'm going to ask you a question after that. You probably know what's coming since I sent you the outline.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't know what's coming. It could be a surprise.
Someone said you are fantastic at the nurses' ball, and they love to hear you singing. They said you did a fantastic job on GH.
Oh,
and they said you're a fantastic singer. That was actually Charles David Haskell from New York. He said that.
Okay. I recognize that name.
So with that being said, can you, sing something for us?
Oh, man. Let's see. I don't even know. It's funny when you get asked to sing how you forget words to everything. But let me just sing
you guys sang Hallelujah to close the show, so.
Yeah, right. How about this? I'll just sing something in regards to this show. Let's see.
Or you can sing something you want from Broadway, anywhere.
I was just about to start singing. That's funny. Ready? All right. Let's see. This is off the fly, so just off the top of my head. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Diann, for having me on this show. How's that?
That was beautiful.
Great.
That was wonderful. I wish I had
All I can
vocals
think
like
of right
you.
now, because I would have forgotten the words to everything else. So. And I need to warm up,
Okay.
crispy in my voice, but might be coming down with a cold or something. But I appreciate it.
That was great. Like, you're
Yeah.
such an awesome singer, and you're so talented, like, with dancing. So, Cubs. So, did you vote for your fellow, or not fellow, because you don't play baseball, but you watch Dancing with the Stars?
I don't watch Dancing with the Stars. I've seen it, but I haven't like been a regular viewer of it. Not because it's bad or anything. I just haven't been a regular viewer of it. I know a lot of people like it. It makes a lot of people happy. I've got to check it out more.
It made us frustrated this season.
Oh, really?
But we realized there are a lot of Cubs fans.
Yes, there are. And they're not going to like what I'm about to say. I'm a Sox fan.
You're not?
My
well,
brothers,
thank you. I'm glad you're not, because we were upset.
My
They had
love
Simone
the
Biles
Sox.
and the guy from the
love,
Cubs.
Yeah. Look, this is the way I look at it. When it's Chicago against anybody, I love the Cubs and the Sox. But if it's Chicago versus Chicago, I'm down with the South Side. That's all I got to say.
Okay.
Okay,
all right.
So you sang a song. Another question is, we have from, I believe it was Cheryl Pelosi from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
She wanted to know, would Mark Samuel like to see Felix get back with Lucas? Is that a storyline that, with all this going on with Brad?
Well, for me, I just would love to see Felix have a relationship on screen.
Mm-hmm.
I would love for Felix to be able to be a very active and included member of the Port Charles community, which he loves.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
And I would love for Felix to meet his parents on screen. You know, and I would
Everyone
love for him
tweet that.
You know, the writers are going to do what they're going to do. They have ideas and stuff, and I'm grateful for the material that they give me when I get to go in. But I think Felix hasn't even been the surface of what Felix is on that show hasn't even begun to be touched yet. There's so much
Yes,
stuff.
I do feel like there's a lot they can do with him. And then I get frustrated sometimes when I see, like, a new nurse. Because I'm we have a few nurses we're not using.
Yeah, but the people that they hire, they're hiring these magnificent actors. They're really great people. Mm-hmm. Like, if they didn't hire them, I wouldn't get to meet and be friends with Risa or with Diann, two of the girls who I love. They're fantastic. They're talented. Then that doesn't mean just because they're being hired that they can't create a storyline for Felix. Do you know what I mean?
I get it's not necessarily the person, because Nurse Amy did grow on me, but it's more so of the fact that I feel like if they're doing a storyline for, let's just say, Nurse Amy and Nathan's storyline, I'm sure they can. You have so much talent in you. I just feel like they can come up with something for Felix.
I have a feeling that they're going to do something for Felix sometime. I really do. I talk to the writers, and I know and some of the producers and stuff. I've talked to them before, and they really do like Felix. So I have faith in them.
We all love Felix. We're always like,
and and I think that if we, the fans just keep reminding them, hey, we'd like to see what's going on with Felix, they'll kind of acquiesce, because he's part of the family, and they want their fans to be paying attention. They love their fans, so they got to honor their fans. So just like I know I do. That's why I try to do fan events and try to meet you guys, even if it's not at the official, General Hospital Fan Club weekend here. I try to go create events in other places like Orlando, or get out to New York when I can, and I'm going to continue doing that. The fans are hugely important and stuff, and I would just say, if you guys want to see something on the show, be diligent. write in consistently. Let them know. Tweet consistently. Let them know. Whatever you got to do, because they want to hear from you. The only reason that any soap exists is because of you guys. You know, you don't make a show that nobody watches. We make a show for our fans,
true.
And they support us, and they keep it going. I know what's up, so do they. So just write them. Let them know what's up.
Okay, so the last question that we have comes from Jennifer. I don't want to mess up her last name. Jennifer B.
Jennifer
B. And
what's up, Jennifer B?
She says, is Dancing with the Stars still on your radar?
Look, it's not.
Would you like to
not
do
on
it?
my radar, or is on my radar. I think I'm not really on their radar. If they asked me to come dance, absolutely I would dance. I love dancing; it's fun. But I'm not going to be pounding at the door saying, "Hey, what about me?" It's not that kind of party. But I definitely enjoy dancing. If they wanted to have soap stars come on and do it, I would be down.
It's just one question, only one. Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
If you had the opportunity to work with any actor or actress, who would it be?
Any actor or any actress?
Yes.
In Hollywood or on General Hospital?
In Hollywood.
Any actor in Hollywood. Oh, there's a bunch of people that I would love to work with, but I guess one that stands out for me that I admire his work is Jeffrey Wright. And a lot of people don't know him right off the bat in terms of that name, but he's an amazing actor who's played Jean-Michel Basquiat in the movie Basquiat. He's also played Peoples Hernandez in the remake of Shaft featuring Samuel L. Jackson. He played Felix Leiter in the current 007 movies. He's an amazing actor with incredible range. Westworld. He was on Westworld. He plays the assistant to Anthony Hopkins' character in Westworld. If you watch that on HBO, he's amazing.
Okay.
If you don't know who he is, look him up. Jeffrey Wright, JEFFREY, Amazing. That's what I want to work with.
One more thing we didn't plug in is now we're about positivity and causes. So do you have any causes that you support or charities that you'd like us to share?
I support Children International. I support Greenpeace. I support those mostly. I support the Human Rights Campaign. That's what's up with me.
Okay, so we thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you more on television and movies.
All right.
And hearing hopefully an album in the future, because I know you can do it. Okay, so thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, you too. Take care, you guys.
Bye-bye.